The hate debate with Floor, Matt, and Peter Jaheen.
That is our intro? I don't think we agreed on one. What's up, guys? Peter and Matt here from the Hate Debate. First episode. We don't really have a format set. We're kind of just going into it, you know? Just talking about things.
We're just going to debate about things.
That too.
We're going to hate. We're going to debate. We're going to masturbate. We're going to do everything 8.
I just ate, actually.
Shut up. Your fucking jokes aren't funny.
It's not. I literally. No, I'm just saying. I just actually ate.
Shut the fuck up. All right, let's just get right into it. So the format of this is we're just gonna find things to debate about. We might agree about things. I don't know.
We're kind of just going this blind. Test it out. First round. Don't hate on us. You know, that's it.
And if you don't want to listen to two idiots talk, then you should probably unsubscribe now, because this is gonna be a weekly thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get drunk.
We're idiots, and there's two of us.
Debate about things. All right, so let's just get right into it. Peter,
yes.
What did you think of the new Star Wars movie?
Episode 8, The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I know this movie's been getting a lot of hate, and unfortunately, I'm someone who also hates that movie, but
it was so fucking bad.
But I also, okay, to play devil's advocate, I suppose, there is some good. You know, we had the Kylo Ren scenes, fantastic. Anything that had Luke
I would
in
even go as far as to say those weren't that great in hindsight.
Come on, the scenes with Rey and Kylo Ren talking to each other.
Not to give any spoilers away, but there was a fight scene.
All right, real talk.
That was
wait,
good.
hold up. Before you say that, everyone's seen the movie by now. If you have any interest in Star Wars, I'm sure you've seen it. I think we can talk spoilers.
All right, well, the fight scene where he was fighting the Emperor's guards or whatever they were, the Emperor Guard ripoffs, that was cool. But that wasn't because of Kylo Ren. That was just because...
I think that scene should have featured the Knights of Ren, because I feel like the biggest problem The Last Jedi had was it didn't take enough from The Force Awakens. It kind of erased everything that JJ was setting up.
There was literally no answers to any questions that I had.
My biggest thing is now I have no questions going into Episode 9. That's my biggest fear.
Yeah, well, what is the story of Episode 9?
No Snoke now. Supposedly, we don't know if he's actually dead or not.
I think he's going to be back. I think it's going to be a regeneration thing.
I think they're going to focus on Kylo, man. It just seems like
I hope
he's the next big villain, I suppose.
Here's my thing.
Can we get his helmet back, by the way?
Here's my thing. J.J. Abrams has taken over Episode 9. He clearly had a setup with Episode 7 that he had a whole storyline in mind that... who's the director of this one?
Rian Johnson.
Yeah, he just completely took the reins. It was like, no, fuck that story. I'm going to make my own story with this.
I feel like if JJ had any input in Episode 8, Ryan just didn't listen. Or is it Ryan or Rian, by the way?
I don't know. Who cares? We hate him. He's the worst.
Hey, we got the Solo movie coming up in apparently 4 months from now. And
0 trailers.
No trailer. We got one promotional poster and a few behind-the-scenes footage from Ron Howard himself.
No, that promotional poster wasn't even real.
Good, because it was ugly.
Yeah, that was confirmed fake, I think. I have to look it up.
I don't think so. I think Disney did release it.
Well, let me look it up.
But we've been getting like teasers that are saying they're gonna do a trailer coming up. I think it's real. Yeah, it looks real. Whatever. If you can look it up, it's not.
Childish Gambino looks good though. I think he'll make a good Lando.
He's the only reason I want to see this movie.
Like the way that Chewbacca's leaning over Han's head is just like.
And
we're wacky.
I wonder what Emilia Clarke's character is. I feel like she's a general or some kind of rebel soldier.
Oh, the way Disney's been going, she's going to be the one who saves the day.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm excited for Lando.
You know what, though? This movie can totally be better than we thought. Or think, I suppose. I don't know.
I don't have faith anymore.
I'm nervous.
I had faith after Episode 7. Everybody hated on Episode 7, but I was like, this is a good intro. It's a good way to bring a new story into it by using
it was
old
a fun
features
blockbuster flick. You know?
Everybody said it was a ripoff of A New Hope, but there were similar themes, but it wasn't a ripoff.
No. You had to start somewhere. You know, this is a movie for a new generation, but you also got to keep the old fans happy.
But look at Childish Gambino. He's just looks the part.
Hey, he's gonna be so good as Lando, though. I'm excited. And Chewie, he's probably gonna have a bigger role in this movie than he did in Last Jedi.
I think the movie's gonna focus. I don't think Lando's gonna be in it too much. The way I picture this movie going is Lando is gonna be maybe in 20 minutes of the movie. It's just gonna be a little featured part.
No.
But it's gonna be all about Han meeting Chewie.
Well, I think a big thing right now about this movie is about the whole Kessel Run and basically where the Wookiee slave camp was.
So they're gonna make a line off a one-off. Or they're going to make a movie off a one-off line, is what they're going to do here. Is what you're
That's a great line, though. Can't deny it.
Is it a whole movie's worth of good line?
What else can you tell about Han Solo, though? we know his whole life story. That's the thing. We saw him as a young
Even this poster, this fan made right here. You just can't see it, but like
that's the thing. Like, no, my biggest gripe with this movie is why do we need a young Han Solo movie when we know his life as a young adult. We see him as a young man. We see him as an old man. We don't need to see anything younger. They should have just focused on a different character, maybe. I don't think anyone's excited for
Give us a Lando movie.
That's just
Nobody would complain about a Lando movie.
Lando movie would be great. Obi-Wan's been rumored heavily. I think they already confirmed it even. Boba Fett, he's a fan favorite. Like, maybe... Come on. It's a great way to bring back Tamino Morrison. What do you mean, Or you know what?
I want to watch a whole movie of it. And they're going to make him look like a troubled character that he's actually a good person on the inside.
He saw his father get his head cut off by Mace Windu.
No, he's a fucking bad guy. Just leave him as a bad guy. Let's not make a movie out of him.
I think this Han Solo movie is going to have Jabba Boba, Greedo, even. I'm sure Greedo will have an appearance.
Again, I don't want to see too much Greedo.
Greedo rules. What do you mean? If he's in Battlefront playable, why not?
He was a hero in Battlefront. That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, and Battlefront's a different discussion.
Let's address the elephant in the room. Disney is going to diversify this movie to shit. Joe Rogan said it best on his podcast. I don't mind a strong female lead. In fact, with Star Wars, it's always embraced it. We've had Princess Leia. We've had
Amidala.
Yeah, exactly.
Queen Amidala
and
Rey. I mean, Rey's fantastic.
Mon
Mothma.
She was the leader of the rebellion,
and I love Rey.
And Rey's great, and even Rogue One, whatever her name was, she was forgettable, but she wasn't a problem.
Jyn Erso. No, what do you mean forgettable? She was fantastic.
She was okay, but like
Galen Erso is my father. Sorry,
but Episode 8, and Joe Rogan said it best. I don't want to know that this is a business decision, and that's how I felt when I was watching Episode 8. Rose would have been so much. It would have been so much better without her.
I don't think she added much to the story, except for maybe diverging from the most emotional part of the movie at that point with Finn's so-called sacrifice that didn't actually happen.
It was so clear to me that whole side story with Finn and Rose was meant for Finn and Poe.
Yes,
and it would have been 10 times better.
I think Finn and Poe, yeah.
But it was just Disney going, we have to shoot.
It would have been a fun little buddy action cop movie situation, those two hanging out, and then just maybe a little romanticness. Why not? It's 2018.
Yeah, and again, that wouldn't have bugged me as much. I just don't like.
I think that would.
I felt like it was a calculated decision.
I think Finn and Poe would have said more than the Finn and Rose.
And like I said, it's not a problem with having female leads. Rey's great. I like Rey. Mm-hmm. I like Jyn Erso.
Wasn't a huge fan of the. I don't remember her name. Holdo.
Oh, she was the worst.
I think just in the movie, just to really...
and again, it wasn't the fact that we had a female and it was diversification, whatever. That wasn't a big deal with me for her because it was kind of like a Mon Mothma role.
Right.
But why do you have to look like you're going to a wedding when you're leading a fucking rebellion?
That's not maybe this thing. It's just her character again. It was like Rose. Just didn't really do much. It's like Snoke. Just didn't really...
The purple hair and her dress and everything. It was just like, you don't look like you're in a war. You look like you're about to go to a bridal shower.
Well... Yeah, that's true. Well, that's Star Wars talk, I suppose. I mean,
way to end it.
I don't know what else to say.
Let's chase away our fans before we even get them.
True.
All right, Nintendo Switch.
What do you want? Oh, Nintendo Switch. Okay.
What are your feelings
That's a different topic right away.
What is your review of 2017 for the Switch?
Exceeded my expectations. It's doing so much better. As a you know me, I'm a diehard Nintendo fan. For listeners, I am a diehard Nintendo fan, and I was nervous for the Switch, especially after the whole Wii U fiasco of. Which we won't. I don't want to talk about the Wii U. I get in a bad mood every time I talk about the Wii U. But Nintendo Switch, every month last year we had a solid game come out. I didn't feel like there was any slowdown going on, and we had two of the biggest games of all time, maybe the past decade, Zelda Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, on the same year in the same console, both rated 10 out of 10. Both got Game of the Year nominations. I think Zelda won the most Game of the Year awards last year, which is just a testament compared to how they've been doing the past few years. When was their last Game of the Year nomination even? I don't even remember. Mario Galaxy 2? It's been like what?
Probably.
I can't even think.
No, they definitely had 3D Land.
No way. Not for Game of the Year.
Really?
I doubt it, dude. I think their last big, huge game was Galaxy 2, maybe Skyward Sword. I think that was 2011.
Skyward Sword wasn't great.
Which, it kind of got a lot of hype out the door, and then it's like, ooh.
Now, my thing about the Nintendo Switch, I like it. As you know, I bought one, and I was against buying one.
It's funny, this guy's not even a Nintendo fan, and he actually got one himself.
I did.
It says something about the system.
I'll admit that I like it. I don't think it's the greatest console of this generation, like everybody's saying.
But it's not. That's not. I don't think people are saying it's the greatest console.
No,
of all time.
you go on IGN, you go on any of those sites.
I think it's just the fact
there
that
was actually an article today on IGN about how the Switch is the greatest console of our generation.
I mean, in a way, I mean, it's hard to compare to the PS4 maybe. Or
here's my thing: Mario Odyssey was good,
great, but what do you mean?
8 out of 10 for me.
Oh my god.
8 out of 10.
Oh my god.
Nothing will ever beat Sunshine in 64 for me.
Okay, take off your nostalgia goggles for a second.
Sunshine, I played on Dolphin emulator.
Odyssey captures the everything that made 64 and Sunshine great. The last level in Odyssey would maybe shed a tear.
Mario Odyssey was too easy.
It was, but you know what? The game allows you to do so much where you can make it more difficult.
Zelda, on the other hand,
it gives so much freedom to the player.
Zelda, I get the hype for, but I didn't have fun with it.
I love Zelda.
I had fun for the first couple hours, and after a while, I was just like, this weapon integration system.
It was frustrating, no doubt.
I never felt powerful, and that was what I liked about Zelda, was that I felt powerful.
Well, you gotta explore the game more. You gotta find stronger weapons. That's the whole point. It's about exploring.
Here's the process, though. You find a strong weapon,
but
great,
strategy too. Weapon. You gotta craft weapons.
Use it whenever I want.
You gotta save it though. You gotta save it for the right time.
Okay, but when I play RPGs like The Witcher 3 and Skyrim, I'm a hoarder. When I get a good weapon, I save it for when I need it.
Well, you can increase your inventory and stuff. I think the game just gives you too many options, and it's just hard to determine what you want to do first and all. But it's still fantastic.
I'll be the one to say it. Witcher 3 did it better.
Oh my god, here we go.
Witcher 3 is by far the best open world third person adventure game that's ever been made. Fight me. You haven't even played it, so you can't argue with me.
Exactly. I can't debate about it because I haven't actually given it a shot.
Here's the thing: you don't play good games.
And the funny thing is, I own Witcher 3 twice. I have it on Xbox One and on PC, and I've yet to play it. It's installed on both. I got like ADD games where I download one or play one and then kind of just give up on it.
Listen, I'm with you on that one, but do yourself a favor.
But Breath of the Wild and Odyssey are two games I did not put down because I love them so much.
Odyssey was good. I beat it. I didn't get all the moves, I'll admit. But
back on the Switch. Okay. We got look at 2018 as a start right now. A lot of ports coming out, but these are great ports coming. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is considered one of the best platforms. I adore that game.
I could play it on 3DS and have the same experience.
Not Tropical Freeze, my man. Tropical Freeze is above what Returns was. It added so much. And you see the new funky mode? That's hilarious.
Remember when everybody was giving PS4 shit for just doing ports, and now all of a sudden Nintendo's the greatest company in the world for porting their games?
But it's different with the whole portability. And I don't think anyone gives shit to Sony for porting their games.
Oh, yeah, they did.
What game?
Oh, every comment you would see would be like, oh, PS4 is all just HD ports.
What do you mean? What
Last of Us was great. Everybody loved that. But when they started doing like Uncharted and Jak and Daxter and all that shit.
Those are collections, though. Those aren't like... It's not like those were the only games coming out at that time for those consoles.
I even think Shadow of the Colossus is a bit
My thing with the Switch is, the one game coming out in, March or May for Switch is... No, May is Dark Souls. I think March is Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
Here's the other thing. So you have these games coming to Switch. Why would I pick it on Switch over every other console? Like, Dark Souls HD is going to be better on PS4.
You have options. No.
And then you have shit like...
But the thing about Dark Souls is... That game has been on every console already. Why not play on the go? It gives you that. I've actually
Dark Souls is not a to-go game.
What do you mean? It's definitely
you have to put time into Dark Souls. No, you can't just play it on the bus.
You can fight a boss anytime you want. It's not even about fighting on a bus. It's what you're going on vacation, go to a hotel. You want to play some Dark Souls. It's a great game.
But I could just bring a console.
It's about necessity. It's about like whatever's easier. Are you gonna bring hunk around a whole giant PS4 or just gonna bring a little Switch?
Here's the thing.
Hey, what's
my thing is you trade portability for decreased graphics over the other consoles. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. That's okay with me. I don't have a problem with that. Why in the hell am I paying $10 more for LA Noire on Switch than I am on PS4?
Okay, all right. It's a little silly. I think many reasons. Cartridges being a big one.
Fuck cartridges. It doesn't give me an advantage.
They added more gameplay mechanics with the touchscreen.
And PS4 had VR.
That's the VR is a whole different subject.
Don't say it.
VR is a whole different subject.
All right, this isn't on the list, but we're going to this after this conversation.
VR is getting... I don't see it. I don't know. I never got into it, but whatever. And I think what else... And the portability, I think, adds a lot to the game.
Does it?
I think so. I think people knowing that you can play a game anytime you want, anywhere, is exciting.
I may be not the norm.
And you don't buy a Switch for those games half the time. It's nice. You gotta remember, a lot of Nintendo consoles, you only buy them for the main party games. But the biggest gripe of the Wii was that it had no third-party support. It's at least nice that the Switch has it. You know, like they're not forcing you to buy it on these versions. It's just like, hey, if I want to buy FIFA on the Switch, I can. If I want to buy Doom on the Switch, I can. If I want to buy Wolfenstein on the Switch, I can.
But at what cost? FIFA 18 is the same price on all the other consoles, and they take away an entire mode.
It's not about a cost though. It's just about like whatever you want. It's a gamer's choice, you know. Sorry for snapping my fingers. I have trouble. Yeah, I get. But that's what it is. It's just like whatever you want. They're not forcing you to get these versions. If you're someone who owns, my biggest thing is if you're gonna own consoles or a PC, you would get a PS4 and a Switch, or a PC and a Switch. A Switch shouldn't replace one of the main consoles because there's so many great other third. He is pouring a drink, by the way. I'm not sure if the mic can pick that up.
I promise.
He is pouring a drink, but that's the thing about the Switch. It's nice to have on the side for so many great games.
That's what I call the Switch. It's an accessory
and
console.
Don't even tell me that the Switch is the best home for indie games. The best home.
PC.
You get the beauty of all the indie games on the go. Again.
I don't care about on the go.
I think Stardew Valley is doing
I'll get
crazy on the Switch right now because of it's easy.
What's the other one? What's the one that just came out?
Celeste.
I really want to play it.
Apparently, there's like a Mario Bros. 3 Easter egg. I don't really know much of this game. I gotta look into it more.
I heard it's the best 2D side scroller since Super Meat Boy, which I love, by the way. I'm not a side scroller guy.
Which is coming on the Switch again. Which, I mean, if it's time for you to pick that up. It's got versus mode, which is exciting.
It's 3 times the cost of buying it on any other console.
Yeah, but it's new. You got new edition.
Yeah, that's not new.
You got new edition. It's got a versus mode now. That's exciting.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yes, but
use your Joy-Cons to verse each other. That's the thing. It's like a 2-button game, not even.
I suppose.
That's right.
Do you think Nintendo will ever do VR?
After this Labo thing, I mean, I could totally see them introducing like a Google Cardboard.
I don't think it can handle VR, to be honest. Actually, you know what? I don't know if a phone can do it.
Yeah, definitely it can. It's just
it won't be the quality of the PSVR.
It would be a little awkward with how big the screen of the Switch is compared to like a phone.
I think it might be better that way.
You might, yeah.
Because you haven't really used VR. I used to have a PSVR, and the one gripe I have with it is like you see the outer layer of it, so like your view is kind of blocked off, so you never really get fully immersed. But the Switch is big enough where it would I don't know how it would work because it can't really sit on your eyes.
Even the Joy-Cons alone are just
it'd be heavy. That's the only problem.
They're both motion controls, so why not?
But
I can see them.
How heavy would that be on your face?
But it's like, do they need to do it? They're making so much money off the Switch, and by the 3DS was actually, I think it sold more 3DSs last December than it did since its launch, or some crazy number like that. It's still holding up.
I think VR is the future.
7 years after its release.
I think VR is the future. I think that is the future of gaming. A lot of people will disagree with me, but the numbers are adding up now. Where on Reddit yesterday, for the last 60 days, there was 100 new subscribers to Reddit/r/PSVR, and I had a PSVR, and the only reason I got rid of it was because I bought this gaming PC, and I wanted to sell it so I could have some money to put towards an actual good one. But every day I regret it, especially since Skyrim VR.
You see that new Beat Saber game coming out? It's like that rhythm game where you use like 2 lightsabers.
Well, that's the issue with PSVR right there. Is you would think a game like a lightsaber game would be the best, but there's nothing stopping you. So if you were having a lightsaber duel, what would stop your hand when you hit another sword? And that's where the issue.
Well, that's where the rhythm game kind of works because you know when to stop. But
it's awesome. Like Arkham VR was probably the best experience of my life. Seeing myself as Batman in a mirror and doing the Macarena was the coolest moment in gaming I've ever had. And I think it's the future. I think they're going to perfect it.
Batman doing Macarena is pretty fantastic.
They're going to perfect it. And like experiences like Skyrim VR, seeing a life-size dragon, what would be cooler? Name one thing cooler.
Playing it on the go with my Nintendo Switch, baby.
That's the next big step for VR, I think, though, is it's going to be portable. I don't know.
That'd be awkward.
It'd be real weird being on a subway.
Virtual Boy 2.0, the first portable 3D console or handheld. I don't know.
I feel like because HTC Vive.
You remember the Virtual Boy? Had like the little head strap they gave you.
I don't remember it because that was way before I was alive.
Well, you can it's called the internet. Look it up, maybe. It's fantastic.
Apparently
Nestor's Funky Bowling.
Really didn't last at all.
Oh boy. Well,
what else do we got? All right, here's one that we've been debating on our Discord a lot, and everybody has a different opinion on this, but most people's are wrong. Fortnite versus PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
All right, okay.
You go first.
Personally, I prefer PUBG. I don't know why. I'm not a big fan of building in games. I'm not creative enough, I don't think, so it's like there's more to that. I don't like the art style of Fortnite. Like, I get it, it's different, it's cartoony, and Fortnite as a game is cool because remember, it's not just a battle royale mode. They have a lot more modes, and it's free to play, which is fantastic.
They don't have a lot more modes. They have one other mode.
Well, they're adding more too,
I guess.
But it's just a cool, and the fact it's free to play. I think PUBG's $40, but you get this kind of like you get this feeling when you play PUBG where it's terrifying. You know, it's like watching a horror movie. It's like you know what's gonna happen. You know it's gonna end up bad, but it's like it's a thrill ride. You know, it's like a roller coaster even too. It's like what's gonna happen? Just waiting in a room and hearing footsteps downstairs. My heart rate has never gone so fast before. It just.
Oh, that's true. I've had many heart attacks playing PlayerUnknown. But here's the thing.
I think Fortnite's great. I think don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying I'm hating on Fortnite or anything.
As a game,
I love how big it's
objectively,
getting.
Quality-wise, Fortnite's better.
I definitely appreciate Epic Games updating the game more than PUBG has. I
well,
feel like
PUBG does it every week.
they're not noticeable, man.
That's the thing. Is like they took it from early access and put it as a full game on PC.
Did you see the the Xbox One version?
It's
How bad
awful.
that was during the launch?
It's awful.
It's getting better now, apparently,
but like it's not complete. It's so buggy. It's not optimized. I have a good computer. I should be able to run it at 100 frames smooth, and it'll go from 100 frames to 50 just randomly. It's the shooting mechanics are not that great.
I agree. It's like Counter-Strike. You gotta get used to the recoil weapons. And
I don't think it's recoil though. I think it's random.
No, it's all about distance too, right? So you gotta manage to shoot it. It's hard. I agree. It's hard. I think it's harder than Fortnite, and I think that's why Fortnite.
And
is so
which
much
one
more
do I
popular.
have more fun with? Fortnite. I think Fortnite's more fun. I agree with you that the feeling you get in PlayerUnknown Battleground when somebody's in your house is something that can't be replicated in any other game. But those instances are so far and few between. Whereas Fortnite's super fast paced. You see people every couple minutes. The shooting mechanics are spot on. It feels good to play. The graphics are zany and fun.
I think it's great that they're different enough.
And here's the other thing: do you think PlayerUnknown's Battleground is still worth the $35 to $40 that they're charging?
Well, when I first got it, I was like, "What the hell did I pay $40 for?" I was a little pissed off, and then I played it and I loved it, and I was like, "You know what? This is worth it."
But Fortnite's free. If you had to recommend one of the games to a new player, what would you recommend?
PUBG still, honestly, I find it. Well, okay, but look at Fortnite, right? It's blown up on its own. You don't need to recommend it to anybody. It's like, hey, you guys want to try something similar to Fortnite? Check out PUBG. Fortnite, you can recommend anyone because it's free.
I do think it's kind of silly
Doesn't need
that
a
Fortnite.
recommendation.
I don't know if they still do it. I think they still do it though, where crossplay.
That was a huge issue going on.
That's an unfair advantage if you're on PC versus PS4 players.
But that was like a big problem because they want to do Xbox versus PS4. You hear about this? But Sony won't.
Was that the Game Awards? Where
they brought it up, but like
Yeah.
Sony will not allow cross-platform play with Xbox whatsoever.
That's the same issue with Rocket League, isn't it?
Yeah, you can play Xbox and Switch, Xbox PC, PS4 Switch, PS4 PC, but you can't do PS4 and Xbox. Which is
I wonder why.
Stupid.
Like, what is it in?
I think it's just a competitive edge with Sony and Microsoft. Where I don't think Sony needs to be like that because they're clearly winning.
I wouldn't say clearly winning.
Sony? PS4 is crushing it compared to Xbox
Are they?
One.
I've never actually looked at the
Oh,
numbers.
they're crushing
I
it.
feel like I know more people with Xbox One than I know with PS4.
I like the Xbox One, and this new Xbox Game Pass is going to change a lot.
Oh, that's gonna sell.
Especially-
That's the consoles are gonna fly.
Especially
off
with the PlayStation Now service that they are, like, they got to step it up. Because
PlayStation Now is completely different though. That's streaming. And have you ever tried streaming a
It's
game?
not good.
I have fiber internet, so
It's-
I have super good internet. And Steam you can do streaming on, right? And I tried streaming today, and it's just such a laggy mess. It's not a good service. Maybe in the States where like you have like 100.
Well, do you
gigabyte per
think in
second
the
fucking
future one
internet?
day where consoles will just stream? It's just going to be a stream, like that Netflix service?
No, you would isolate
Could
too
you
many
imagine?
people. People in the country, people.
I'm talking like far from the future from now. Who knows? It might be the next.
Well, far from the future from now, it'll probably be implanted in our brains.
Black Mirror
They'll
stuff right there.
put a brain chip inside you, and
Close
you
your
can
eyes
just-
and you're playing. Hell yeah.
When you sleep and you dream, you're actually playing video games.
Hell, and you get some extra XP.
We should make some money off
We
this.
should-
This is an idea.
Let's
This
go
is
to
an
the-
idea.
Let's go to the developers. Hey, EA, we got an idea for you.
I don't know though. Like I think
But what were we saying? PUBG, Fortnite. They're both fun. You know what? It isn't.
Fortnite wins. Fortnite's better.
Let us know. Let us know what you guys think.
Let us know in the comments what
And
you
be-
think, users.
And be sure to like and subscribe.
What are we even gonna post this podcast on? Is this gonna be a YouTube podcast? No, it can't be YouTube.
We
It's
could
not
do.
video.
We could. I don't know. Like iTunes, I guess. iTunes, Facebook, maybe.
We should have thought of this.
Oh.
Facebook, I guess.
We could do. Yeah, and we could do a Facebook. If we could do video with just like our logo.
Comment below so we know where we could post our podcast.
Let us know. Tweet us at hatedebate.com.
Ooh, we need to make some social media accounts.
That's right. We're taking this big, boys.
We're gonna monetize this. We're gonna make this our career. I'm quitting my full time job for this.
Who needs a job when you got hate debate?
All right. Wrestling.
Okay.
Peter's favorite sport.
Okay. See, this is just. It feels like I'm just being attacked right now for like.
You are. You like wrestling.
Wrestling
You're a
is
23-year-old.
There's
man.
nothing wrong with liking wrestling. It's
There's
fun.
everything wrong with liking wrestling.
What? Why?
It's wrestling.
It's fun.
UFC's a real thing. You can watch real men fight.
UFC, it is great. I like UFC too. What's wrong with watching a bunch of stunt actors doing crazy stunts live in front of an audience?
They're half naked and wearing briefs.
They're fucking jacked and it's awesome. But besides that, it's fun to watch, you know?
I could understand-
It's a storyline. It's like, why do you watch a soap opera? Yeah, it's fake. Yes, we knew. It's wrestling, it's fake. Yeah, we don't watch it because we think it's real. We watch it because it's entertaining. It's called sports entertainment for a reason, not wrestling anymore.
Okay, here you go.
But-
Here's a challenge.
Okay.
Sell me on wrestling.
To
Make me a fan right
to
now.
sell you on wrestling, you need to watch wrestling. It's one of those things you can't just explain. You need to see. And you know what the thing is, Matt, the way this guy is, he would love wrestling. It's so over the top and wacky. All these
I've
different
watched
characters.
wrestling. It's not
Since
like
when,
I'm going
though?
in blind.
But since when? Like, how long are we talking back? And did you ever
I don't
sit?
know. I've
did you-
watched an episode
have you
here
ever-
and there.
Have you ever just sat down and watched it all?
No, of course not, because
That's
I'm
it.
24.
Exactly. Give it a shot. I know people. There's different podcasts I listen to, wrestling podcasts even, where two of the guys just started watching wrestling last year for the first time, and they're in their late 20s and they love it. It's a show. It's fun. It's
All
a
right,
fun
well,
show.
here's a question for you.
We'll make a challenge.
Does wrestling belong on Sportsnet?
Yeah, why
It's
not?
not a sport.
It doesn't need to be a sport.
not a fucking sport.
It's a sports
It
entertainment.
shouldn't be on Sportsnet.
It's sports entertainment.
It shouldn't
though.
take a slot away from real sports.
Why not? It's one of the highest companies in the world, even just like the network. The network. Like look how much WWE is worth right now.
Is it on Spike?
It used to be.
it's
It's on
not?
US. It's on USA now. USA and Canada Sportsnet or Sportsnet.
See, it seems like a show that belongs on Spike.
It used to be. It used to be. Like Monday Night Raw. used
It
to be
doesn't
like-
belong on Sportsnet.
It's on USA now. And besides that, look how much WWE is worth as a company. Clearly, there's a huge fan base for a reason. It's fun.
What do you think about extreme football?
Oh, okay, that's a bit too much.
I don't know. See, that I would watch. I would watch extreme football.
Have you seen? Oh my! God.
I've never
It's-
seen a
the-
single thing of extreme football. I've never heard of extreme
The
football. I
XFL.
understand it was an older thing.
The rules were so complicated, and it's such a long history. It's so much to go into. It's just. It's crazy to think that he's bringing it back. If you guys don't know, Vince McMahon is bringing back the XFL, which was a failed project in 2000, 2001. That was like hyped up to be the biggest thing in the world, and it failed after I think a year due to poor sales. And he's rich enough. Why not bring it back? It's just why though? Just
I would
why?
watch it. I think that's a good idea. I don't know what it is. I just know it has extreme
You know
in
what?
it, and I will watch it.
I want to do a
because of
challenge
that.
for before next week. I'm gonna get you to watch a 1-hour episode of Raw or something. Just something one of just a classic episode.
Is it on
nothing new.
Antenna TV?
Huh?
Is it on Antenna TV?
Probably. It's on. You can access the Raw anywhere. It's just give it a shot for the people. Why hate on something? Don't be ignorant about it. You know, you got to give
I
something
will
a chance.
accept this challenge, but I'm going in with my mind already set. I need you to know
You
that.
can't do that.
I,
You gotta go.
I can't help
The
it.
thing about wrestling, though,
I can't not have a
the thing-
bias.
The thing with wrestling, you can't have a closed mind watching it. You gotta be it's laid back. It's stupid. Yes, wrestling is stupid. It's fun, but it's stupid. There's no need for it.
I don't want to see half-naked men oiled up on top of each other. I'm sorry,
They
that's
don't-
just not something I want to
But
do.
it's not. They don't just sit on top. They do frog splashes. They do crazy backflips on each other. They do
That name in itself
they-
sounds stupid. Frog
Don't
splashes.
insult the frog splash, sir. The frog
Oh,
splash is
that-
one of the greatest moves in the fucking.
Show
wrestling
me what it
history.
is right now.
I'll pop it up right now. You want to see the 5-star frog splash or just the frog splash?
I don't care either
I'll
way.
show you the. I'll show you Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam, the 5-star frog splash.
The dude who owns WWE
Let me
seems
know.
like he was dropped on his head a bit too many times in his youth. Like the way he walks, the way he talks. Like
Hey, that's
everything.
just a strut.
Well, let me see.
This is slow motion, but look at that. Look at that move, and that's his full body weight slamming on a man. You don't think that hurts?
I
His
don't
knees
doubt
just
for a
fell-
second that hurts.
Exactly, and it's fun. It's
But he's
they're
just
doing
jumping
stunt
off
moves.
ropes.
Yes, but look how stylish that is, and that's not even one move. Like there's so many different moves that you can check out. Look at these. Have you seen a shooting star
Oh,
press?
here we
before?
go. This is gonna be the next half hour, folks.
Boys, wrestling ruled. Have you seen a shooting star press?
No.
It's basically a backwards flip, but backwards front flip.
Look at that Comic Sans that starts off. Number
Hey,
10.
man,
Billy. We're not
but-
watching all 10 of
No,
these.
we're not. This is one. Look at that. That
I
is
don't.
fantastic.
Okay. I don't want people to think that
You
I
know
don't
what?
think wrestlers are talented and they're athletic. I understand that takes work to be able to do that. I just think it's stupid. I think
it is stupid.
the dedication that they put into fake fighting, if they put into real fighting,
It's not fake fighting though. It's a show. You're putting it on. Look at Cirque du Soleil. You're putting on a show.
wait,
Look
can
at
you
Eddie
repeat that?
Bravo.
Can you repeat that? Did you just say it's not fake fighting?
Okay, but you shouldn't classify it as fake. It's portrayed as fake fighting, yes, but it's put on as a show. You watch it because it's a show.
Yeah, but so is UFC, and that's real.
Like the only thing they fake are the punches and
they
the
fake
kicks.
everything.
But grapples are real. The body slams are real. They're actually slamming each other on the ground. They're slamming each other through tables.
I don't
You can't fake that. Yeah, the reason they have punches in wrestling is for a transition between move to move. It gives the wrestlers a chance to communicate between a spot. Spots are what they call the moves in wrestling.
You know way too much
Because
for a 23-year-old
What's wrong?
man.
I don't understand what the age has to do with it. Wrestling is fantastic. It's a fun show, and
Because,
I think
like,
people agree. If you don't-
Wrestling is cool when you're like 10 and like it's manly. You still believe in it. It's like Santa Claus, right? Like when you believe in Santa Claus, it is encompassing your mind around Christmas time. You're just hyped up on it's fucking Santa. Fucking Santa's gonna come and give me fucking presents. And that's the same thing when you're 10 and you're watching wrestling. You're like, fuck yeah, these guys are fucking jumping off ropes and killing each other. Look at all the blood on his hand. Oh yeah, this guy's great.
Yeah,
But then you discover it's not real, and your
That's-
hype should die with that.
That's not the point, though. It's like you're concerning too much about it as like an adult thing compared to a kid thing. I don't get that. You can enjoy anything as a kid. You look at we play video games still. Shouldn't games just be for kids? Playing Mario isn't that just for kids?
The games we play, Peter, are rated M for mature.
You know what?
And we
you
are
know,
mature.
You know who plays those games more? Young kids. You tell me the audience for games like Call of Duty, PUBG are not 14, 15-year-olds? Your argument is invalid, sir. Wrestling is a show made for everyone. You can watch it.
Okay, I'll tell you what. This week, when is it even on?
Monday Night Raw, Monday nights,
What time?
8 p.m.
I will
Eastern
watch
time.
one episode
Okay.
of Raw,
Okay.
and if I enjoy it, if I enjoy myself,
Yeah.
I will admit to it. I will humble myself
just
and
go
say,
in.
you know what, Peter Chahine, you were right. I was mistaken. This was a great idea. Thank you for making me watch Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
And I will immediately go buy a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew,
All right.
a pickup truck.
Wrestling. Just go out of an open mind. All right. Yeah, don't give it the stereotype that
I can't promise that I'm not going to have a bias.
You gotta know it's stupid, but it's fun. There's a reason why it's popular. Watching a 6'7" man just fucking push a truck on top of 2 other men, that's awesome.
And you know what? Like, some of the wrestlers are good people. Like, John Cena's just a good
Look at-
person
he
in
is,
real
yeah,
life.
so-
Like, I see all the
Post
stuff that he
Make a
does.
Wish, The Rock, fantastic guy. Stone Cold Steve Hulk. All these guys.
The Rock, I used to like a lot, and then I started following him on Instagram, and he is so, like,
Inspirational.
big-headed.
What do you mean?
He's big-headed. He
Well, yeah,
thinks
he
he's
should
the
be.
bee's knees.
He is. It's The fucking Rock.
I understand he is, but I don't like it when people think they are.
I don't think he thinks it is. He knows it is. That's the
Yeah,
difference.
but, like, he's not humbled enough. He needs to be humbled.
you don't need to be when you're the Wayne The Rock.
He needs to
Johnson.
get beat up in real
If you
life, just
smell-
once. I don't want him to get actually hurt because he's a nice man, and everything he does makes me smile.
I feel like this
But he
whole.
needs to be
I just
taken
feel like
down a
this
notch.
entire segment felt like an attack on me for liking something. But besides that, I don't get the hate. Wrestling rules.
All right. Well, next topic. Last topic.
I think
of the day.
that's the last topic.
No. I still have one more thing on my phone. Hold on.
All right.
The podcast format.
Oh. Oh, now we're getting to business. All right.
Okay, we're gonna give you guys a little preview. Well, not really preview because we still haven't decided, but we're gonna decide the format. I don't even know what this means.
Well, it's still a test run. Like, there's some. Like, we want to hear some feedback. We don't even know how much people are going to listen. Might be just like our parents listening to this. Who knows?
I hope our parents don't listen to this.
We really don't know. We don't know if this is going to be a thing. But you know what? We've been talking about doing a podcast for so long, and it's just like, why not?
No, what? Good for us. First run, we've done 35 minutes.
Not bad.
Not bad for a
Kind of
first run.
unorganized, but you know what? I like it.
Yeah, whatever.
But podcast format, basically, we want to do, as the show's called Hate Debate, we want to get more into heated debates about different topics, and we'd like suggestions. Maybe I'm sure we'll start off a few.
Donald Trump, abortions.
Oh, gee. Maybe not that heavy. I was thinking more like Spider-Man versus
Racial
amazing-
segregation.
Oh, jeez. Probably with movies and music. Best rapper, maybe. Who
Yeah,
knows?
that's probably the
fun
safest.
stuff like that.
I don't know. We can get a little bit into
think-
politics. I feel like,
We can. Matt and I here,
but it's too easy to hate on Donald Trump. That's the only thing. Is like, we'll start. We both agree we don't
build
like
the wall.
Yeah,
China.
see, everybody already hates him, and it's like the people who are realistically ever going to see our podcast
And we're-
probably hate him as well.
Man, we're not even American, so Justin Trudeau.
We're
though.
Windsorrites. We're basically
Detroit,
American.
basically Detroit. But besides that, what was I saying? Before? Oh yeah, but
Something
like,
stupid.
fuck you. Yeah, we hate each other. That's why it's called Hate Debate. We have different views on most things.
I don't know. Today it kind of seemed like we had the
Yeah,
same view.
this is more like love debate than anything. It's
Out of
like,
the wrestling one, we got a little intense.
yeah, because you're a little ignorant bastard. But besides that, we
I will frog splash you in real life. I promise you.
I like to take that spot. We'll see how that goes. Take that bump. But we are fans of all mediums. A bump is like taking a move on.
Okay. Okay.
He made a funny face for listeners out there. He made a face. But we're fans of like video games, movies, music. Hey, you'll get the whole show here.
All right, let's fucking end it already. God damn, you're just.
Actually, I don't even know how we're gonna end. Like, so how do we end the show? Do we end with like bets? I think bets are always like a fun way to end a show.
All right, let's do a bet. What bet do you want to do? Peter?
I'm taking this from. I'm gonna give a shout out real quick to the Easy Allies podcast. They always end their show with bets, so I think maybe we could do a bet.
Oh, so we're ripping another podcast off.
It's why not? It's fun though. It's easy. All right. What should the bet be though?
That's for you to decide. You came up with the idea.
Shit, I'm on the spot now. All right, I bet you that by next Monday we will have, not this Monday coming up, not the next Monday after, we will have a teaser trailer for the Han Solo movie.
Wasn't there supposed to be one on like Thursday?
I think for the last 2 Mondays
They've been saying that every week there's supposed to be another. No, I'll take that bet.
All
I don't
right.
think there's going to be
What is
one.
loser? What's the punishment? Something small for now.
Ooh, shit.
We can have.
I will wear a wrestling T-shirt
Okay.
on a Saturday night.
Hell yeah.
Out at a bar.
Fine, and we'll take a picture of it and put it on. All right, for the next podcast.
Although that's not a real punishment for you because you do that anyways.
You can wear one of my wrestling shirts. How about that?
What's your punishment then?
My punishment?
You have to wear a picture of my face on a T-shirt.
Okay. Sounds
I will
good.
make one. I will spend the money to make one.
I'm down. I'll wear it for a entire weekend. Well,
All right, deal.
That's the first episode though of Hate Debate. I guess that's what we're calling it. I mean, that's our show.
We should end on the theme song.
You want to sing a song real quick?
Hate debate, debate, hate and masturbate. Wah!
Lovely.